Good morning and welcome to the 2021 White Coat Ceremony at the University of Illinois College of Medicine. My name is Dr. Raymond Curry. I have the honor of serving the college as the Senior Associate Dean for Educational Affairs. We've spent the week welcoming the entering class of 2021 to the College of Medicine and to the profession of medicine. You, have met your first patients, your first faculty advisors and mentors, the dedicated and talented staff who serve our students, and most importantly, you've begun to know one another. It's my great pleasure to begin this ceremony where we will present the first half of our entering class in the MD program in Chicago. Having presented the other half a little early this morning. Part of a ritual that's become a treasured aspect of matriculation at medical schools around the country. Now, given the rise of the Delta variant of the COVID virus, we ask everyone to be diligent about your masking throughout the ceremony. Please keep your mask in place even when having your photos taken. Now, before I begin, I would like to recognize the members of our platform party, the Executive Dean, Dr. Mark Rosenblatt, our keynote speaker and Physician House Advisor, one of the Physician House Advisors, Dr. Mahesh Patel, the Associate Dean for Medical Education, Dr. Heather Hyman, our Associate Dean for Admissions, Dr. Trevon Thompson, the Assistant Dean for Admissions and Recruitment, Dr. Leila Amiri, Assistant Dean for Student Affairs in Chicago, Mr. Mark Yurosef, and several of our esteemed clinical faculty members in Chicago who will be bestowing your white coats. Dr. Amy Lin, who is Assistant Dean for the Pre-Clerkship Curriculum, Dr. Amanda Osta, Assistant Dean for Advising and Career Planning, one of the co-chairs of the Gold Humanism Honor Society, about which you will hear in just a moment, Dr. Sean Blitzstein, who is also clinical professor and clerkship director in the Department of Psychiatry. Dr. Marcy Lara, one of the Physician House Advisors. Dr. Claudia Laura, also a Physician House Advisor. And Dr. Holly Rosenkrantz, the third Physician House Advisor here today. So this White Coat Ceremony is sponsored by the Gold Humanism Honor Society, or GHHS. Members are fourth-year students who have proven to be exemplars of humanistic patient care and serve as role models, mentors, and leaders among their class. Those fourth-year students given this honor were selected by a committee based upon their demonstrated excellence in humanistic clinical care, leadership, compassion, and dedication to service. The pin that was provided to you as you checked in today is the Arnold P. Gold Foundation's Humanism in Medicine pin, and we encourage you to wear this on your white coats. Next, I would like to welcome and recognize all the family and friends who are here with us today, as well as those who are watching on the live stream. We very much thank you for being here to honor these dedicated students as they mark their first official step on the path of becoming a physician. We're thrilled to be able to have you all here with us today, as last year, due to the COVID pandemic, we were not able to gather in person for the White Coat Ceremony. In fact, as I mentioned before, the class of 2020 will be having their White Coat Ceremony as third-year students. So not only is your ceremony a little bit different, but so is theirs, as they transition into full-time clinical experiences. Let's remember that it is only due to the progress of science, vaccinations in particular, that we're able to be here today. I would next like to introduce the Executive Dean of the College of Medicine, Dr. Mark Rosenblatt. Dr. Rosenblatt earned his medical degree with Alpha Omega honors and also a doctorate in biochemistry and molecular biology at the University of Miami Miller School of Medicine. He then completed his ophthalmology residency at Mount Sinai Medical Center, followed by a 2-year cornea fellowship at the Massachusetts Eye and Ear Infirmary in Boston. He went on to earn an MBA at the New York University Stern School of Business. Prior to coming to UIC, Dr. Rosenblatt was a professor in the Department of Ophthalmology at Weill Cornell Medical College in New York, where he served as the department's vice chair and as director of the Margaret M. Dyson Vision Research Institute. He joined UIC in 2014 as the Lyons Charles I. Young Endowed Chair in Ocular Research and served as professor and head of the Department of Ophthalmology and Visual Sciences. He was then appointed Executive Dean of the College of Medicine in 2019 and continues as a professor in the Department of Ophthalmology and Visual Sciences. Please join me in welcoming Dean Mark Rosenblatt to the podium.
Thank you, Dean Curry. Well, good afternoon. It's my absolute pleasure to welcome you here, family members, friends, loved ones, and especially the University of Illinois College of Medicine entering class of 2021. Having you here in person, getting your white coats, it's really an important step in our recovery from this pandemic that has affected all of society so much. Many have had to give up a lot during the pandemic. This isn't exactly the white coat ceremony we all would have planned, but we're really heading in the right direction where we can be here in person. I even get to elbow bump you after you receive your white coats. You are entering one of the nation's largest and most diverse medical colleges, one where we take pride in providing an excellent medical education in an innovative, active learning environment. Now, medical school present you with some of your greatest challenges in life thus far, and also many of your greatest triumphs. There will be times of laughter, times when you shed tears, times when you feel joy, and times when you feel sorrow. You'll have a chance to help bring life into the world, and you'll also be there sometimes when life passes. You'll experience many of these emotions with those in attendance here, your new peers and classmates, and also with patients and their families. Each day will bring something new. But today we're here to celebrate and share one of the symbolic entries into the world of medicine, the white coat ceremony. Allow me to tell you just a little bit about this coat and its uses. Well, obviously, it will be used to protect your clothes. Sometimes you'll fill it and use it as a backpack. If it's raining, maybe you can use it as an umbrella. And quite possibly during the long days and nights in the hospital, you may use it as a sleeping bag. Some weeks, in fact, it will be hardly even white at all. But it will accompany you from this day forward. The white coat garners respect from patients and their families, so it's important to justify their respect and earn their trust. Remember, this is not really your coat. This coat has been handed down to you. The white coat that you are receiving today has been funded by donations from the College of Medicine alumni. This is a tangible expression of our alumni community's enthusiasm about your first step towards becoming a physician and furthering their work in the generations to come. We and they celebrate your entry to a profession in which you are so very clearly needed for patient care, research, teaching, and public health. The COVID pandemic has proven time and time again how much difference physicians can make in the lives of both individual patients, their communities, and populations. In the years to come, we hope that you will have the pleasure to welcoming incoming medical students with white coats of their own. Once again, congratulations on your acceptance to this noble and wonderful profession, and welcome to the University of Illinois College of Medicine. I now have the privilege to introduce Dr. Mahesh Patel, this year's keynote speaker. Each year, a prominent member of the College of Medicine faculty, one who embodies the tenets of professionalism and humanism that we celebrate here today at the opening of the academic year, delivers the keynote address. This year, Dr. Mahesh Patel has been selected for this honor. Dr. Patel is an associate professor of internal medicine in the Division of Infectious Disease in the Department of Medicine. He received his Bachelor of Arts from the University of California at Berkeley in 1993 and graduated from the Ohio State University College of Medicine. He then completed residency training in a combined internal medicine pediatrics residency at Indiana University and a 4-year translational research fellowship in infectious diseases at Montefiore in 2005. Dr. Patel was on faculty at Jacobi and North Central Bronx Hospital up until 2010, at which time he started on faculty at the University of Illinois College of Medicine. Dr. Patel's primary clinical interests are HIV medicine and tuberculosis, but he has spent much of the past 16 months leading clinical response to this COVID pandemic. He has been active in the medical school curriculum since 2012 and has done instruction in microbiology. He's been the recipient of numerous teaching awards, including the Golden Apple Award for Excellence in Medical Education from the M1 class in 2021 and 2018, the Thomas Bombeck Award for Excellence in Medical Education in 2019, and Faculty of the Year from the Internal Medicine Residency in 2014, just to name a few. Without further ado, please welcome Dr. Mahesh Patel to the podium.
Thank you, Dean Rosenblatt, for those kind words. Good morning to our esteemed faculty, staff, guests, and to you, the entering class of 2021. I am honored to be delivering this brief address. And trust me, I'll keep it brief because I know many of you would like to celebrate this joyous occasion immediately after. Students, you are here today to mark an important transition. Now, whenever I think about transitions and hear the word transition, I get a bit excited, anxious, and dare I say, sometimes frightened. Transitions for me, and for many others I suspect, have always been filled with mixed emotions. The birth of my first child left me amazed and overjoyed, yet feeling scared that I would not know what to do with such a tiny little person. It also reinforced the pediatric dictum that children are indeed not just small adults. They're actually pretty complicated, as I've been fortunate and sometimes unfortunate to have discovered now that I have teenagers. I've got a son that's heading off to college, talk about transitions for both him and me, and a daughter that is 15, going on 50. When I was making my big transition to medical school, I was anxious and feared the prospect of adjusting to a new home, meeting new people, and most of all, spending a lot, and I mean a lot of time studying. In fact, I was so anxious that I skipped my own orientation altogether. So to all the students that are here today, thank you for not being a slacker like me and actually showing up on time. My mom actually received a call from my future medical school, the Ohio State University, for those who are wondering. Go Bucks. They were asking if I was going to be a part of the incoming class. She was told that if I was not coming, it would be nice for them to know so that they could give my spot to someone else. Needless to say, the call from the dean's office there shocked me into action, and off I went. Anxiety be damned. And like I said, I'm sure many of you have the same feelings of joy, anxiety, wonder, and trepidation as you sit here today. That's okay. We get it. Transitions can be tough. But over these years, I have learned to cope with transitions by thinking of these periods as times of transformation. Because that's what transitions are, aren't they? A time when events in your life transform you as a person, transform you into someone with a new set of ideas, values, beliefs. And without having gone through periods of transformation, we would not be who we are today. So, when I see transformation as a necessary part of life, it helps tamp down, though not completely eliminate, some of my fears and anxieties. And that's where we get to this white coat and the ceremony. What's this all about? Well, physically, it's a coat that's short and white. Duh, right? And, by the way, the coat does get a little longer when you become a real doctor like some of us up here. So you've got something to look forward to there. Anyway, the coat's got pockets, which at times can be useful. Buttons, some people choose to use them, others don't. Personally, as an infectious diseases doctor who was always worried about germs, I really don't wear a coat when I'm seeing patients these days. But of course, it's not about the physical coat, right? And the coat certainly could be any color, length, with or without pockets, buttons, or what have you. It's what the coat represents. To me, the coat reminds us of the responsibility and privileges we have as physicians to care for our patients, both the ones inside of our clinic and hospital walls, as well as those in the world around us. For some, the donning of this garb symbolizes entry into a long tradition of healing. For others, it may simply be a healthy reminder to be compassionate and caring, even when you're having a bad day. Dr. William Frischman, the chairman of medicine at New York Medical College in Valhalla, emphasized what he called the 10 most important obligations that come with wearing the white coat. There's an obligation to always be the champion of the patient, to advance the field of medicine, to serve as teachers, to accept and fulfill your responsibility to communities and the school through volunteerism and service, to work to improve society as a whole, to perform magic. That was actually a cool one. He likened our stethoscopes to a wand. To practice self-care, something that's very important and something that's very emphasized here at UIC. To look after one another as professional colleagues. To work with other health professionals for the good of our patients. And finally, and what's my favorite here, to keep our white coats clean, not just with soap and water, but by maintaining professional integrity, compassion, empathy, and goodness and competence. The coat represents many different things to many different physicians the world over. But I think it's safe to say that the white coat ceremony in which you are about to partake marks the beginning of an educational, professional, and personal transformation. We always watch in amazement as we see students grow and transform through these next 4 years. And as a side note, I always find it funny that I look out and I feel like the medical students are getting younger and younger every year. But I'm reminded by close friends and family that the students aren't getting any younger. They tell me, Mahesh, you're just getting older. I am certain that I speak for all of us here in the College of Medicine, as well as your family and loved ones, when I say that we are very, very, very proud of you on this day, and that we promise to bring to bear all of our resources to ensure your successful transformation and journey through medical school. Welcome to the UIC College of Medicine. And thank you for affording us the privilege in accompanying you on this remarkable adventure. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Patel. You've all just gotten a glimpse of one of the people that will be a very important part of your fall term and very, very skilled teacher. Let us now turn our attention to the white coat, which we will now bestow upon you. That you receive this first white coat today represents a public acknowledgement in the presence of family, friends, and faculty that you recognize your obligations to the profession beginning now, not just when you receive your MD degree down the road a bit. You're each assigned to one of 8 communities upon entry to medical school. And each of you will receive your white coat alongside other members of your community by their physician and house advisor or one of our clinical faculty. The communities, and pay attention to the way the word is presented here, the College of Medicine and Unity forming a community, are named for faculty and alumni from the 1890s all the way through the 1980s. And even among those earliest alumni, you will note both women and people of color. They include pioneers in surgery and women's health, pharmacogenetics, epidemiology and public health, the latter including one of the most influential people ever to serve as U.S. Surgeon General. We also recognize one whose potential was never fully realized, a stellar young physician scientist, teacher, and mentor of medical students whose career was cut short by HIV/AIDS in the early 1990s. When all was said and done in creating the communities, we realized that each of these physicians had demonstrated in one way or another a strong commitment to social justice and equity, one of the guiding principles of the mission of the college. When you exit the stage, we ask that you sign the Professionalism in Medicine book, containing a copy of the oath that you will recite with us in a few minutes, By signing this book, you're agreeing to these standards of responsibility and trust. So I will now invite Dr. Heather Hyman, the Associate Dean for Medical Education, to come to the podium to announce the names of our students as they cross the stage to receive the white coat. Representing the clinical faculty of the college are Dean Amy Lynn, Dean Amanda Osta, and physicians advisors Dr. Holly Rosenkrantz, Marcy Lara and Claudia Laura, and Dr. Sean Blitzstein, who is co-chair of the Gold Humanism Honor Society. Dr. Hyman.
Dr. Matthew Whithouse is a family medicine faculty member and the physician house advisor for the Frederick community. He's unable to attend today, so Dr. Blitzstein and Dean Lynn will bestow the white coats on the students in the Frederick community. In 1897, Dr. Rivers Frederick became the first African American to graduate from the new Chicago College of Physicians and Surgeons, UIC, with a medical degree. He then won a highly competitive 18-month scholarship to the John B. Murphy Surgical Clinic at Cook County Hospital in Chicago based on his examination scores. In 1899, Frederick returned to Louisiana because he wanted to return to his place of birth and assist those in greatest need. At the time, it was rare for Black physicians to return to the South, but Frederick joined the less than 50 African American physicians in Louisiana who cared for the state's Black population of 500,000. In 1908, Frederick accepted the post of chief surgeon at Sarah Goodrich Hospital in New Orleans, and in 1932 took up the position of chief of surgery at the Flint Goodrich Hospital at Dillard University. He played an instrumental role in the formation of the local NAACP branch and remained a life member. Despite his great accomplishments, for many years, Frederick was denied membership to both the American College of Surgeons and the International College of Surgeons because of racism. In 1923, Dr. Frederick became one of the founders of the Black-owned Louisiana Life Insurance Company, known today as the Universal Life Insurance Company. Frederick filled the roles of a board member, secretary, vice president, and president. In 1934, Frederick became the first vice president of the National Medical Association and won many other awards. I will now read the names of the students in the Frederick House. As you ascend the stage, please remember to keep your mask on in place throughout the ceremony. And also remember that when you get your coat, you can look up and have a proud moment and get your photo taken so they can see you. As well, family, friends, and peers and faculty feel free to applaud and cheer for these students on their special day. Ashira Anderson. Josna Bitra. Antrell Cheatham. Raven Chung. Shaurya Dingra. Michael Edgar. Alejandro Escobar. Lizette Garcia Pena. Zachary Hamilton. Yunan Han. Su Wei Shu. Sam Jang. Vicki Johnson II. Sobi Kazmuz. Anna Lee. Rusha Mandal. Elisa Martinez. Karina Nava Melchor. Catherine Ortel. Ramses Padilla. Catherine Quinto. Sobia Sultana. John Sweeney. Darius Thompson. Yoja Wang. Lily Zheng. And let's have another round of applause for all the members of Frederick House. Dr. Marcy Lara is the Physician House Advisor for the Jonasson community. Dr. Lara and Dean Osto will bestow the white coats on students in the Jonasson community. Dr. Olga Jonasson was born in Peoria to parents of Swedish immigrants. As a youngster, she was influenced by witnessing the work of her mother, a nurse, and her father, a pastor, in caring for the sick. She completed her bachelor's degree in 1956 at Northwestern and her medical degree at the University of Illinois in 1958. When Jonasson decided to apply for a surgical residency, there were very few women practicing in this area. She completed residency in 1964, followed by 3 fellowships, one of which was at Massachusetts General Hospital in transplantation immunobiology. She joined the faculty of University of Illinois in 1967, where she developed the Division of Transplantation. Throughout her career, she served as a mentor and role model for young female surgeons. In 1993, she became the medical director of the Education and Surgical Services Department of the American College of Surgeons, the first female surgeon to do so. Dr. Amelia Bartholomew, our surgery clerkship director at UIC, shared the following with us. I would hazard to guess that every student or resident who encountered OJ very quickly realized that she was an original, one whose mold broke after she came along. The impression she made on her students and residents was remarkable. Probably not a single person who had firsthand interaction with this extraordinary surgeon could say that the interchange was not memorable. Viraja Alluri. Meg Atre. Doyisade Awodele. Jason Barrios. Emily Chuang. Robert Mason Clark. Monica Fehrenbach. Robert Fruin. Jonathan Gao. Zachary Goldberg. Talia Ishfaq. Benjamin Johnson. Nicholas Kaplan. David Kellner. Hannah Kurzai. Hirsch Kilwani. Ephraim Mbachu. Oreoluwa Oladimeji. Oreoluwa Omoba. Anna Ongtanko. Nevin Patel. Alejandro Salas. Isabel Scharf. Crystal Scott. Aisha Suhaiba. Great, and another round of applause for the whole Jonathan community. Dr. Claudia Laura recently stepped down as the Physician House Advisor for the Richmond community to take a new role in graduate medical education. Along with Dean Amy Lynn, she will be bestowing the white coats for the students in the Richmond community on behalf of the new Physician House Advisor, Dr. Anya Lepowska, a faculty physician in the Division of Gastroenterology who cannot be here today. Dr. Julius Richmond's talent for diplomacy was exceptional and matched by a genius for advancing public health. During his internship and residency at Cook County Hospital, he witnessed the profound impact of poverty on child health. Figuring out how to help the most people in the most cost-effective way was to become Richmond's lifelong mission. His 3 crowning accomplishments in public health, according to pediatrician and author Judith Palfrey, were the founding of the Head Start program, the Neighborhood Health Center movement, and the landmark public policy declaration in 1979 entitled The Surgeon General's Report on Health Promotion and Disease Prevention. In 1971, Richmond was appointed to lead 2 departments at Harvard Medical School, the Department of Child Psychiatry and Human Development and the Department of Preventive and Social Medicine. In 1977, President Jimmy Carter appointed Richmond as the 12th Surgeon General of the United States and Assistant Secretary for Health. The Healthy People report that he wrote reflects Richmond's genius as a strategic communicator and is still the major policy document informing our national and state public health agendas to this day. In 1979, Richmond issued the Smoking and Health Report to help advance life-saving public health change through tobacco control. Ishan Agarwal. Omarage Adian. Sharday Akinfe. Alexandra Benoit. Andy, give her her moment. Andy Bolton. Miles Bazumpem. Eleanor Esbrook. Brandon Gligor. Matthew Hillock. Sabrina Edier. Srinidhi Kadkol. Christy Kang. Shavit Karen. Ram Kogunti. Christabel Kumsen. Beshoy Labib. Michael Lucas. Brett Nanep. Atithi Patel. Anna Patterson. Tracy Pham. Daniela Ruiz. Snehita Talagula. Carmen Lucia Vasquez. Chloe Velasquez. And another round of applause for Richmond House. Congratulations. Dr. Holly Rosenkrantz, an internal medicine physician who's the House Advisor for the Sackett community, and Dean Osta will bestow the white coats on the students from the Sackett community. David Sackett was considered a founder of the discipline of evidence-based medicine and was at the forefront of developing the medical education strategy of problem-based learning. After graduating from the University of Illinois College of Medicine in 1960, he became interested in how methods of epidemiology could be applied to healthcare questions about the diagnosis, prognosis, etiology, and treatment of clinical problems. At age 32, he became the founding chair of an innovative department of clinical epidemiology and biostatistics at McMaster University. He served as mentor to many future scholars. Said one mentee, he said to me, "My job is to make sure you meet your goals and objectives, and I will facilitate that for you." That's exactly what he did. He didn't do it for his career because he already had a fantastic career. He just wanted to support young people. He was the first head of the first department of clinical epidemiology and biostatistics in the world at McMaster. He created a graduate program to teach clinicians and others how to do healthcare research. In 1993, he became the first chair of the Cochrane Collaboration Steering Group. He published 12 books, 60 chapters, and an estimated 300 papers in medicine. Blake Osebo Marroquin. Katie Okulu. Malik Alababidi. Annika Anderson. Monica Bhaskara. Eric Cheng. Maria Clark. Asia Cummings. Daniel Dasher. Sakshi Dereja. Gabby Escalante. Morgan Fellows. Dino Gutierrez. Wasim Hassan. Tyler Hicklin. Kaiwei Huang. Rebecca Jung. Amy Leanne. Eileen Mockbell. Karen Nava. Peniel Olaniran. Mehul Putnam. Timur Rusanov. Neil Sundaram. Elizabeth Troy. Jeremy Yuan. Give another round of applause to the Sackett House.
This is one of the sights I have missed most during the days of Zoom. And I know I'm not alone in this. The sea of white coats out there and the sense that this, before us is the future of the profession of medicine. This is wonderful. Let me ask before we move on that the class stand and turn to the audience in the back and to those on live stream, and thank your family and friends for all they've done to support you, love you, enable you to get here. All right, please be seated. Thank you. Within the profession, there's a long-standing tradition that we make a formal promise, an oath, upon assuming the physician's role. While you are not yet physicians, we hope you've come to understand during this week of orientation and through many of the comments made today that you are in a very real sense entering into the community of the medical profession today and similarly obligated to respect its principles and ideals. The oath you will take today was constructed especially for this ceremony, anticipating the responsibilities you will now assume as a student of medicine and anticipating the principles of the oath you will take upon graduation a few years from now. Dr. Amanda Osta is the Assistant Dean for Advising and Career Planning. She's an Associate Professor of Clinical Pediatrics and Internal Medicine. Dean Osta oversees career advising and has developed the programming for the physician advising houses. I will now ask her to come forward and administer the oath upon entering medical school.
The University of Illinois College of Medicine now asks you, as a new student of the college, to pledge the following commitments to your peers, your instructors, your patients, and the profession. I urge you to think upon the meaning and significance of this oath as you join me in vowing to uphold its tenets. Members of the entering class of 2021, please stand and join me in reciting the oath upon entering medical school, which can be found on the screen and on the back of your program. Please repeat each sentence after me. I now swear by what I hold most sacred that I will conduct myself with personal and academic integrity, and exhibit respect toward my fellow students, instructors, and all those involved in my education. As I learn the skills and values of medicine, I will work on behalf of the patients entrusted to my care and exhibit humane behavior when doing so. I will respect all professional standards in my relations with patients, their families, and friends, especially the standard of confidentiality. I will work to protect the dignity and nobility of the medical profession. This day, I do swear these things freely and upon my honor. Students, please be seated. Congratulations, students, and welcome to the University of Illinois College of Medicine. Now I would like to proceed to another important part of our white coat ceremony, the family, faculty, and friend oath. We will be reciting the oath twice, in English and in Spanish. Dean Mark Yurosef is the Assistant Dean for Student Affairs in the College of Medicine at Chicago, and he will lead us in the oath in English.
Good afternoon. Just as we have asked our students to pledge their commitment, integrity, and respect to the profession of medicine, we now would like to provide the families, friends, and others here today an opportunity to pledge their commitment to our students' success and the journey they are beginning today. The road to becoming a doctor is not easy. The family, friends, and loved ones that are here today have helped our students get this far, and they will need your continued support throughout medical school to help ensure their success. Members of the audience, please rise if you are able and join me in the recitation of the family, faculty, and friends oath, which is projected on the screens and is also on the last page of the pamphlet. We solemnly swear to be a source of encouragement for the entering class of 2021 of the University of Illinois College of Medicine, recognizing that this will be a critical period in their professional formation, we will give them the respect and consideration that they will need as students of medicine. We will help them to carry out their studies with conscience and dignity. We acknowledge the sacrifices that will be required and pledge our support. As parents, family, friends, and teachers, we make these promises enthusiastically and without reservation. And let's give our family, friends, and loved ones a round of applause. I would now like to welcome Dr. Claudia Laura to the stage to recite the family, faculty, and friends oath in Spanish. Dr. Laura.
Ahora en español. Solemnemente juramos ser una fuente de ánimo para la clase entrante del 2021 de la Escuela de Medicina de la Universidad de Illinois. Reconociendo que este periodo será crítico para la formación profesional, les demostraremos el respeto y la consideración que necesitan como estudiantes de medicina. Los ayudaremos a llevar a cabo sus estudios con conciencia y dignidad. Reconocemos los sacrificios que serán necesarios y le prometemos nuestro apoyo. Como padres, familia, amigos y profesores, hacemos estas promesas. Con entusiasmo y sin reservas. Un aplauso.
Thank you, Dr. Laura. This concludes our ceremony. We want to thank everyone here, everyone on the live stream, for joining us today. We'd also like to thank the staff in the Office of Student Affairs for organizing this event. In particular, the Director of Career Services, Stacy Walters. Our Senior Academic Advisor, Tula Georgopoulos. And Dr. Osta, who is Assistant Dean for Advising and Career Planning, helped lead the effort. Once again, thank you for being here. There is no recessional, so we now close the ceremony. Thanks so much.